Ah, my old friend. It's about time for you to die. Hi guys, and welcome yourselves back to the Survival Project. In the last episode, we was working on this bridge over here, which has come out looking really cool. I really am a big fan of this design. There was a sort of mini episode in between. I did title it as episode 19, which was the Ender Dragon fight. Took me quite a long time to edit that one together, so I really hope you enjoyed that one. It was actually quite a lot of fun to make and put together. Sort of in between the episodes, though, I've leveled this down to the sort of height that I want the base level to be. What I really need to do is sort of start taking out all of this stone level here and replacing it with grass, I think, just as a base layer. And then I can sort of start expanding the island out to its edges and building the cliff facings up. And then we can actually start the zoo project. So, yeah, as I say, once this entire island's all done and all sorted, we're going to have our little zoo project going on. So what I need to be doing now, I think, is getting this bridge here built up. That's one project for the day. And I need to do a little bit of prep work for this sort of city build project over here. So I really want to use Prismarine. And actually, I want to use Prismarine inside the zoo build as well. So I'm going to have to find a ocean monument, and we're going to have to go through, clear that out, and yeah, just get everything nice and ready. So I think we're going to start off by building this bridge up. I don't want to do anything too complicated with it. I want to keep it as quite a simple little design. And I'm also thinking that there's going to be a bridge. Yeah, so there's going to be a bridge coming out this way, connecting to here. And there's also going to be a bridge going out over that way as well. But what I'll probably do is, when I extend this out a little bit, I'll probably cut this back just a little bit, probably bring it up to maybe about this level here, and then I can build the bridge from here. And I think that'd be a pretty good place to build it from. And that should wind up looking pretty good, but that's not going to be done in this episode. So, yeah, I just got to gather up a few bits, and then we can start actually building this little bridge up. So, yeah, let me get the bits together and we can get started. Okay, so I really do want to keep this quite simple. So I am going to start off by simply coming along. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to raise this one up by 2. And that is also going to come along by 3. And then we should be able to go up an extra one. And maybe this won't work. Hang on. Let's work this out. 1, 2, 3. I want to have like a slight arc. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Maybe this is the way to do it then. So we're going to have a 3, and then a 2, and then a 4, and then a 2, and then a 3. And that is all good. So we then want to bring some of this out. I'm just going to grab some dirt. Okay, yeah, the dirt is just for sort of placeholder blocks. So I'm going to pop that there and just bring this out like this. And now the only real reason I'm doing it like this is just to sort of help me keep the actual shape in mind properly. So that comes up by 2. And that also comes up by 2 like that. And then I fall down here. The time lapses work because you don't see all of the goofy stuff like that. Yeah. Right. And then we want dirt there. And we're going to go 1, 2, and eventually 3. But let's just come here to begin with. And we'll do the same on the other side. Right, so now we can see the general slope of the bridge and how it's going to go. The reason why I left the holes in blank is just so that it's a little bit easier to make sure that you're following the diagonal properly. Building on a diagonal can always be a bit of a pain. But yeah, following on from this, as I say, it's a real simple design. I'm not going for anything too complicated here. We're just going to start chucking in some of these dark oak logs. Now, I want this essentially to go 2 further down, so here it'll be like that, but here it'll go 1, 2, 3, and eventually this is going to start making our sort of little arc. So if I pop that there for a moment and go 1, 2, 3, and actually this is going to come up by 4, And that means we need to get rid of this one, and we need to get rid of that one. And yeah, you'll be able to start seeing a sort of arc form in here. There we go, a nice simple arc going on there. It's nothing too crazy. But again, it's kind of perfect for this little space, to be totally honest. Now, I could start adding stairs and slabs in there to add a bit more shape to it and that, but I think, to be totally honest, it's perfectly fine like that. So let me just get this copied over onto the other side. So now that that's done on both sides, we can just come along and fill in all of these little gaps now, as we don't really need to worry about following the arc anymore. Like, we've got that sorted. That I'm actually going to bring up like so. And again. And then, yeah, we don't really need to do the double at the bottom there. And we could just come along the whole thing and just fill this in. And then we want to start adding some more little details into it. So, again, we're keeping this really, really simple. This is literally just to get us from one point to the other. And I've got some of these on me anyway, so we can jump up and pop them on just to get some light in. So we're just using dark oak logs and dark oak fences. And every other one, I'm going to come along and just pop one of these down. And that's going to provide us more than enough lighting to keep this bridge going. And then I'm going to skip these two. And just come here. Pop one on this end. And then we're going to pop one on this end as well. And we're going to do the same thing all the way across the bridge. And that's going to set that up and get us all nice and lit up. And then the only other thing that I really want to do now is come along with some acacia trapdoors and just pop them on a few points just to add a few little highlights and add a little bit of extra colour in. I'm not going to put this in loads of places, but yeah, just sort of going along, and I'll probably put in the exact same two places on all four sides of this bridge. So let's get that up there. Yeah. So this pretty much is the complete bridge. As I say, it's really nothing complicated. It just gets us from one side to the other, and I think it still does look quite nice. So I'm really tempted to add a couple of slabs on the top there just to make the arc look a little bit more rounded, but I think for now I'm going to leave it like that. There's just one more thing that I want to do here, which is add like a little support beam in. So I'm going to start off by just bringing this dark oak all the way up until we get through this hole, please. And then we can pop that back down. And we're going to go back down there now. And I've got a little bit of a slightly interesting design for this. So it's going to go alternating, sort of like this. I think I've used this design once before. So all of the corners are going to have it. And yeah, it's just going to alternate all the way up to the top like that. So dark oak block, dark oak fence, dark oak block, dark oak fence, and then just swapping around on the opposite side. So yeah, let me get that bit built up, and I'm gonna sort of like sparingly chuck some fences down along there as well, just to add a little bit of hanging again, just to help make it look a little bit more interesting. But then we should be done with this one. So there we have it, one complete bridge. Let's just fly down here real quick to actually get a look at what we've just done. So yeah, I've added a few fences in, a few more lanterns on the bottom, and we've got this really cool looking pillar. I really love that design. I have used it a few times now, but I think it looks really good. So yeah, it's nice and simple, and it really doesn't take very long to build at all. I think maybe maximum of about 15 minutes, maybe. If even that, it's probably not even taken me about 15 minutes, to be totally honest. But yeah, now we've got a nice easy way across here, which is great. I obviously need to do the terraforming on that side, so some of these bits may change, like, you know, some of the lanterns might wind up coming off of it and stuff like that, but for the most part, this is pretty much how this is going to stay. And I'm actually kind of glad it's a bit of a simpler design, because I don't want to go for really sort of elegant bridge designs every time. Like that, this one's really big and serves what I'd say would probably be a big sort of service. So this is like running from the tea shop directly onto the zoo island. And this one, although it is sort of following the same thing, it's not sort of a direct through path. So from here, the pathway leads directly onto the bridge, and it also leads directly back to the storage system. So it makes sense for this to be a major bridge. Whereas this one, it makes a bit more sense for it to be a nice little simple design. And not something that, you know, we would have put too much effort into, because it is literally just serving a purpose of getting from one side to the other. So that is fantastic. Right. What's next for us? We need to find an ocean monument. So I am going to go find one, and then we're going to tackle it. We'll wipe out the Guardians. And then I think I need to work out which Guardian farm design I actually want to go for, because I don't know if I really want to go through emptying an entire ocean worth of water again. I've done that a few times before, and while you do get really good results out of it, it becomes very, very tedious. Even just the thought right now with having to drain the whole thing out is kind of killing me. Yeah, that bridge looks cool. See, that's what it's all about. How does it look at night time? And I think that suits. And I still love that one. I mean, that one's obviously a lot better, but I mean, this works. Okay, Ocean Monument. I wonder how much of this stuff I've actually got left. I have used this a hell of a lot to repair all of my tools. But I mean, it's such a handy solution rather than having to travel all the way to a farm. I'll probably pop one of these on the other side of the island as well, but yeah, I'm just fixing my pickaxe up. I'm going to gather up some milk, and then we're going to go do this ocean monument. Haven't found one yet though, mind. So I've still got to do that, but yeah, we're going to get to it today. So that looks like an ocean monument to me. Let's do this. Well, GG Ocean Monument, you really aren't that difficult to defeat. I still remember when they first got put into the game, I really thought, well, back then it was a lot harder actually. We couldn't swim around, it wasn't so easy to get about and that, but yeah, that's all done now, so we've got that cleared out. So I think now I just need to decide what sort of a design that I'm going to go for. We're probably not going to get started on that in today's episode, and that'll probably be something that we'll be working on sort of slowly as we go. So yeah, I just need to mark out the coordinates here. I'll probably build another portal that'll take me to this island. We're really not far away from the mainland anyway. So yeah, that's all good. This is all done. So let's head on back to our island. I really do love looking at this in the night time. Like, I think it's got such a cool vibe to it. Yeah, it just looks really, really awesome. Alright, I think I need to sleep and then I need to decide what I want to do with the rest of the episode. Because I actually don't really have any plans for what I want to build right now, and I've got a little bit of prep work for a lot of the other stuff that I'm going to be doing. So maybe we'll do a little bit of work over here actually, because I think I did say that I would do that. Yeah, let's think about it. I think we did get quite lucky with that ocean monument spawn there. I mean, we got a sponge room in there for sure. I definitely found one, but I didn't really explore the whole thing. I kind of just looped out, drunk some milk, and dug my way through to the top, because I find sometimes it just takes way too long to actually find what's going on and find out where you're going and that. So, yeah, I think I want to do a little bit of work up here. It's not going to be anything too major. I had a suggestion that maybe I could build a well in this place here, just to fill this space out a little bit, but I'm wondering whether that's the best idea. I mean, we're completely surrounded by water, and I guess I could come up with a bit of a design for one, and I think that would require me to sort of extend this grass out a little bit and build sort of like another little cliff layer onto it, and I think that would be the way to go about doing that. So, yeah, I mean, I could give it a go and see how it winds up looking, so yeah, I'm just going to gather up a few bits and we can get going on that then. Right, so the ground has been laid, and yeah, there should be more than enough space to sort of work with. So, how wide do we want the well to be? Let's go 1, 2. Yeah, let's give it a 3x3 sort of entryway. And at the time being, I am just going to fill that in like so. So, I really don't have any plans for this. So that means that our outer shell is going to be a 5x5. So let's bring these corners up like this. And then maybe we can get some stairs in. Not there. Go like so. And again, I really want to keep this design quite small and simple. Because if we oversaturate things with really complex builds, it just, I feel like anyway, it takes away quite a lot from the entire project. Yeah, that's a bit of a start. And then maybe we can get some bits on the edges there. And that could wind up looking pretty cool. And then I think I actually want some more of these red fences, just to carry the poles up to support a little roof. So I think I might need to go and grab some of them, because I very much doubt I have any in here. If I do, acacia. No, okay, let me just grab some of them real quick and then we can jump back to this. So, as it turns out, I am completely out of acacia wood and fences. I know I've got some somewhere, but I have no idea where they've disappeared to. So, what I'm thinking is we're going to stick with the dark oak to build this up, and we come up by 3. That should give us a decent headway. We might need to go up by 4 though. Let's have a little look. Jump it up, please. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to take the dark oak slabs. And I don't want to replicate that design, but what I might do is make a similar sort of design of a roof for that. and have it sort of facing towards this nether portal. And actually, now that I look at this, I don't know whether this irks me or not, but I really could have lined it up with this a bit better. It's lined up pretty well in the centre of this little grassland, but not sure. Does that annoy me? Not enough to move it. And we need to sleep. Okay, got a bit of a roof design now, so that's not looking too sad. I don't know whether I should add the little flicks on the edge. That might make it look a little bit better, actually, so I probably will do that. And yeah, to be totally honest, this is probably about as much as this is going to have done to it. I am going to swap this block here out with... let's see, let's just chuck some spruce planks down there. And then, are those stairs okay? Yeah, I think those stairs are fine like that. And then I'm going to use a grindstone here, like so. And then I'm going to, eventually I'll dig this down a bit more. But yeah, for now I'll have it like this. Oh, actually, is that, no. We want to change this. We'll get rid of that. We're going to put, oh, how are we... If I put that there like that and bring these fences down like this, and then I can have that there like that, and then another fence there, and then the idea is that this fence, these fences, these oak fences are acting as like a rope basically. So this rope is holding this little swivel in place, which is the grindstone, and from this side the rope's coming through and lowering down to there, and we'll have something for a bucket down underneath it. We're going to dig this down a little bit, as I say. And then, yeah, that should wind up looking pretty good. And I'm very aware that it is nighttime right now, so I'm just hoping I'm not going to have any accidents. What was the recipe for a lever? I've not made one for a very long time. Oh yeah, I need to change that to uncraftables. And a lever, you are cobblestone, not actual stone, so I should have some of that in here. Yep. Nice. So let's get one whole piece of cobblestone and let's make our lever. And that lever I'm just going to place here, and the idea is this is sort of like a cog, so you can lower the rope and raise the rope up and collect water basically. So yeah, it's a nice little simple design, but actually I was a little bit skeptical about putting it here at first, but yeah, I think it works. I'm going to add the little flicks onto the edge, and we're going to lower this down and use something as a bucket and put some actual water down there as well. And then I just need to sort of grassify the area, I suppose. Probably realistically need to swap some of this out with sort of like gravel or coarse dirt, just to make it look like the effect of water has actually been splashing on the floor here. So yeah, let me do those bits and we can get a sort of final look at this, and that is probably going to wrap the episode up. So yeah, let me get those little bits done real quick. And there we have it. One little well built up. I think it looks pretty cool. It's nice and simple, sticking with the theme today. I do still need to put water down there, but I think I probably need to carry that down a bit further. I'm just using a barrel to act as the water collector there. I was going to use... Oh, there's a hole. I have no dirt on me. Yeah, I was going to use a cauldron, but I kind of thought that might look a little bit too metallic, and I'm really going for that sort of wooden theme here. So yeah, we went with a barrel instead, and I think that works pretty well. So that is all done. So I'm just going to jump in with the sort of daily reminder that I'm doing a giveaway of Kingdom Come Deliverance for when we hit 100 subs. So if you're interested in playing that game, then sub up. If you're enjoying the episodes, drop a like, drop us a comment, let me know what you like about the episodes or what you like about the builds you've seen. And yeah, in the next episode I think we probably need to start work on a Guardian farm. So we're going to sort of abandon all of this, decide what Guardian farm we want to go for, whether we want to go for high efficiency or whether we just want to keep it nice and simple and get it done as quickly as possible basically. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I really hope you're having a good day, and that you continue to have a good day, and I will catch you in the next one.